Minnesota Axe facility will be opening up this Thursday here in Monticello Movie Theater, where many people have their chance to throw an axe at the target. Reporting for UTVS News, I'm Leif Ender. It's a season home finale today for the St. Cloud State baseball team. See how they did today with highlights and much more next on UTVS News.
Leif, I know some really nice temperatures don't matter when you're playing football indoors, but it is high school state championship season. What can you tell me, Leif?
Well, one team in our area has been an outstanding performance in the playoffs, and will their ride continue its success? I'll have more with highlights coming up after the break with the Corey Spartans football team.
Yeah, that's right, guys. There's some breaking news that happened earlier today at 3 o'clock p.m. that 3 teams are going to be cut today from our athletic program. That includes football, men's, and women's golf.
What are the different options that these student athletes can take after this announcement?
Yeah, the options for students, for the athletes that are here, I mean, they got 2 things. I mean, athletes that want to stay here, the school will honor their scholarships. It doesn't matter whether they're a freshman or a senior. The scholarships will hold for 4 years here for St. Cloud State. And of course, for the athletes that do want to transfer out, they were told as well that the transferring scripts and papers will be released as soon as possible, and the school will be helping the transition be a little bit more smoother for the athletes.
On Bartlett, instead finds Brindley, top of the key, head fakes a man by, goes to the right elbow, puts up the jumper and knocks it down.
Brindley Tyson reached a milestone, scoring 1,000 points last Friday. A moment for him that he will not forget.
Yeah, for sure. Like in the moment, it was kind of surreal. I didn't really process it just because I also focused on the game and making sure we got the W. But kind of going out to my parents after and celebrating with my family and kind of talking about it. That was the 42nd player in school history to do it. It kind of speaks volume, and yeah, I'm humbling to be able to do that.
With reaching his successful milestone, Tyson knows that he wouldn't be where he's at without the hard work of his teammates.
Yeah, I'm humbling to be able to do that, but also have to give credit to my teammates just because I have an easy job. Just a lot of what I do is catch and shoot, but they put me in good positions, set good screens, give me the ball on time, and so it's really a tribute to them as well.
And for head coach Matt Reimer, he explains how Tyson's hard work has pushed him to where he's at.
Well, it's special to see all the hard work pay off and how hard Bryn has worked to get there. You know, Bryn came in out of high school with a lot of accolades, hometown boy, and didn't get to play a lot his first 2 years because he was behind some really good players. And to his credit, he didn't hang his head. He didn't do what a lot of kids do today, and that's bounce and figure that's going to be better someplace else. He just kept working hard and made it so that we couldn't not play him. And these last 2 years, he's just been fantastic. And I couldn't be happier or more proud of him for what he's accomplished.
Let's break down Brindley Tyson's number throughout his 4 years here at St. Cloud State. He has played over 2,700 minutes, and he has made 356 shots. Now compare that to ours, that's about 45 and a half hours. And let's give it a comparison to NFL games. An NFL game typically is around 3 hours and 12 minutes. And if you break that down to minutes, for Tyson's game numbers, that's over 14 NFL games where he has made 1,000 points, ending up like this.
Reporting for UTVS News, I'm Leif Ender. It may be fall, but it hasn't stopped the SCSU baseball team to hit the field in the offseason.
I'm real excited. It's always a good time here playing against each other. Red-White series, best time in the fall. Just feels good to get back out there. A little cold, but get used to it.
Although the players are excited to get back on the field, the most important thing is building team chemistry.
Big part of it is going to be team chemistry and just following the ropes of the older guys. The new guys, they're not much younger, but new to the system, new to everything, and we got to show them around. And team chemistry, I think, is a big part of that.
Yeah, just be with the boys. I think past 2 years in JUCO, it's kind of taught me the grind of baseball. So I'm just looking forward to having like a good time with the guys and obviously winning some baseball games and creating that team bonding. And I don't know, I just love hanging out with the guys and having a good time. You know, baseball is great when you have a great team and a bunch of great guys. So it's been fun.
And from assistant head coach Steven Saratori, the most important thing is having with fall scrimmages is figuring out who they are as a team.
We have a lot of question marks right now, but it's a great opportunity for these guys to kind of show off what they can do and really try to play for a spot in the spring. And there's not one spot that's for sure yet, but I think some guys are embracing that and kind of taking that upon themselves to kind of go earn a spot.
Despite having a lot of players graduate, the team still has high expectations with a deep run in the postseason.
From last year, I think getting to the regional was huge, and getting past the regional this year is the goal, getting to the World Series. I mean, it'll be tough, but I think we got the team to do it.
I mean, the expectation is to be in a regional and have a chance at the World Series. I mean, you look at what St. Cloud has done in the past and made 4 out of 5 regionals the last 5 years. I mean, that's a priority for us.
Reporting from Joe Faber Field in St. Cloud, Leif Ender, UTVS News.
Corey Spartans football team is 1 game away from reaching that state championship game, and the only thing standing in their way for the Spartans are the Winona Windhawks. This will be a good battle as we start with the opening drive in the game, and Ricori as quarterback Jack Stile sneaks it in. Ricori strikes first, up 7-0. Later, Ricori punting inside their own 10, and the snap goes over the punter's head, and Winona's Aaron Witt dives on the loose ball, and just like that, the game is tied up at 7. On Winona's next offensive possession, Jackson Nibelink decides to keep it for himself, puts on the moves and shoulders over the defender into the end zone. Windhawks go into the half leading 14-7, and in the second half, Spartans would come charging as Brady Lingett gets the handoff and races up the sideline for the 23-yard touchdown. Game is tied at 14, and from there, Spartans would keep their foot on the pedal as Stile again keeps it on the read option, bursts to the sideline, and dives on the pylon for the impressive touchdown, as Stile would have 5 touchdowns in the game, along with the defense forcing 5 turnovers. And Ricori moves on to that championship game after defeating Winona 48-24, and the Spartans will take on SMB Wolfpack on November 29th at 4 o'clock p.m. As the Huskies took on Bemidji State yesterday in a doubleheader. Starting things in the third, Casey Francesconi hits one deep to center field. This one will go over the wall. Solo home run for her. Huskies go up 1-0. Now let's later go into the third. Megan Conrad, she nails this one right up the middle. This one will drive in 2 runs. Huskies will be able to extend their lead up 3-0. Jasmine Estrada wants to get into the party deep off the center field fence. That drives in another run. Huskies extended their lead up now 4-0. Now let's go moving into the third inning, shall we? Mitch Malik, he crushes this one deep to right field. Get up, get out of here, gone. For Malik, goes over the fence, 2-run dinger for him, extending the Huskies lead now 4-0. Now again, let's go to the next batter, Tehran Shahidi. He wants to get on the action as well. He drills this one off the billboard, as you see right there, that massive power. Back-to-back home runs for the Huskies. They go up big, 5-0. Now let's go back into the fifth. Jumping in there, that's that bad man Malik again. He wants an encore. He drives another one out of the park. This one even further than his last one. Malik again with 2-run shot, finishing with 4 RBIs. Wayne State would give a late push, but the Huskies go on to take this game 1 and win this one 7-4 thanks to the explosive offense from the Huskies. And the MLB playoffs has been a wild one, and who could imagine that the Nationals would be where they are today, being up 2-0 over the St. Louis Cardinals in the NLCS. Cardinals needing to get a win to keep their playoff hope alive, and starting things in the first, Adam Eaton would get a base up the middle. That scores a runner, and Nationals strike first. Up 1-0. Next batter, Anthony Rendon hits a flare left field. Ozuna with the sliding attempt, and it pops out the glove. Nationals aggressively sending Eaton to the plate, and the throw is not going to be in time. Nationals add to that lead. It's 2-0. Later in the inning, it's a hero from the NLDS, Howie Kendrick, and he comes up clutch with a base hit into the gap. 2 more runs come in the score. Nationals getting on Flaherty early, and Nat fans are going crazy. In the fifth, it's Kendrick. Who else? Again, with a base hit into the gap. Rendon goes all the way from first, and Kendrick gets his 3rd RBI of the night as the Cardinals are down 5-0. Later, up by 6, Victor Robles gets a hold of one, and that one is not coming back. As that clears the fence, this game is busted wide open. It's 7-0 for the Nationals. The Cardinals would get a run, though, but it wouldn't matter as Steven Strasburg was dominant. He recorded 12 strikeouts, and the Nationals are 1 game away from going to the World Series.